Well, I want to see us continue to improve here, keep building. It's going to be a really big challenge. Obviously, we know how Carolina plays, and it'd be a really good test for us. I thought we had a really good 3 days of practice here. I'm excited to see what we bring tomorrow.
We talk about the young guys that continue to push. Do you anticipate seeing that tomorrow, one final push from these guys?
Yeah, I think we're starting to slowly narrow down to we talked yesterday, it's a week away, so there's a couple spots up for grabs, and hopefully everybody puts their best foot forward.
Specifically on the defense, do you find yourself, deciding between more style of defensemen at this point rather than just the player themselves?
Well, we're looking for a little bit of chemistry. Obviously, losing Hager for that stretch, we're trying to see if a few things can fit. It's such a short sample size here, so we've watched a little bit in practice, and the exhibition games we saw them maybe one without them, so we'll get a good viewing on that. And as for specifics, they all bring something a little bit different, and some we're very familiar with. Others we got to see if they're ready for the big test once next week. So tomorrow will be a great test from the start before the exam starts on Thursday.
Toughest choice probably the goaltenders, right? You
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
goaltenders to keep.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Yeah.
You've mentioned Wilsby a couple times in camp. What do you think the biggest difference is between last year and now this year?
I think confidence. I think for young players, they feel they belong. I think he feels he belongs, and I thought he showed really well. And he obviously had the injury, and he came back, put all the work in, had a great camp. I think he's been taking a step right from the first day of camp, and he's got an opportunity to play with arguably the best defenseman in the world, which should be exciting for him. And again, tomorrow will be a great test to see how he handles a really good Carolina team.
The Bunting, Holla, Marchessault line has been together throughout the camp. What about that combination do you think could be affected out there?
Yeah, I think they drove camp. I think they got a little pest in them. They got a little bit of everything. They're kind of greasy on the puck, greasy around the net. They got some really big time skill, and they got with Halsey, I think he's a combination of all those different things. He kind of puts that all together just by the way he plays on both sides of the puck.
It's a big game for us, to get everything. We've had camp for 2 weeks now and 2.5 weeks, and worked on a lot of things. So that last one is always kind of where you want to put it together. It's your last test, so we're excited for it, and it'll be everything we worked on will be a good test tomorrow.
We talked to you on day one just about fresh start. Everybody was ready to get going. Now the camp has almost essentially come to an end. What did you think of camp? What did you like about your team?
It was good. Yeah, it was good. It was. I think it was a good camp. I think everybody came in focused. Everybody came kind of in with proving something as a team and us players. And there's like I said, there's a lot of focus, a lot of energy, and there was some really good practice, intense practices. So it's been really good.
You started with Nick Hague, obviously.
Yeah.
Adam Wilsby just slid right up there. What has impressed you most about his game, and maybe especially from last year to this year?
Well, I think he impressed me last year too when he played. I think his skating abilities is unbelievable. He's an unbelievable skater. He kind of escapes a lot of forechecks, and he escapes in the ozone too. And I think that's probably his biggest strength. But he's just, he's a really well-rounded player. He plays hard, and I think his skating ability allows him to close quick on guys, and that's huge in the D zone. So it's been a lot of fun playing with him.
Seems like a pretty good kid too, right?
He is, yeah. We unfortunately we spent a lot of time last year when we were both injured. So he's a great guy. He's a great young kid, and he wants to learn. He's trying to get better every day. He's working hard, before and after practice. So it's all you can ask for from a young kid.
What would you think of the renovations at Richmond?
They're great. Yeah, our locker room is awesome. They did an amazing job. It's such a great area for us now. Come down there. There's a lot of different stuff for us, recovery stuff and everything. So it's kind of everything you need as a player to play at your best, and they put all of that in there. So it's been pretty cool being in there.
They said that the players had input. Did you have some input on what you thought you might want to see down there?
Yeah, a little bit. I think we've talked about it quite a bit in the past. You kind of, I think as a player, there's obviously, the older you get, the recovery part is a huge part, and just I think just the atmosphere. It's important for everyone that's down there every day that it's it's comfortable, that and not just players. I think the staff too, who works down there every day. It's important for everyone to feel comfortable and just it creates just such a good energy. You love coming in there. You got all the tools. Everything is set up, so it's pretty cool. They did a good job.
Finally, it feels like there might be a little team bonding down there in the players' lounge because you can come off the ice for morning skate and grab a meal and hang out.
Yeah.
For the game that night.
Yeah, I think that's part of it too. You got a great space to hang out as players, and which makes you spend more time together. You might stay there a little longer, and you have some conversations with your teammates, and I think that's a great thing for the team. You have a space where you can just chill after practice and just have a conversation, hang out with guys. It's really cool.
Feels good. I'm looking forward to have a good last preseason game here, so just have a good feeling for the season.
Obviously, you've been with Roman the last little bit with Hager injured, but what's it been like skating with him, and how cool is it to be able to learn from him that close?
It's fun. Obviously, he's a special player, so and a guy I try to model my game after in some ways. So just trying to pick his brain as much as possible and be a good complement to him.
What do you think the biggest difference is in your game, maybe from last year to this year, if there is a big difference?
Overall, just stronger. I feel like I can win my battles a little bit more easier, and I know my role more. I feel like those games last year I learned a lot from them, so I kind of know what I need to do to stay in the lineup. So I'm just trying to do that as much as possible.
How helpful was it, as you said, to get those games last year? I know you got injured, unfortunately, but to get that taste and that confidence that you can play at the NHL level, how much has that helped you coming into this?
Yeah, it helped me. Like obviously, I know my spot isn't guaranteed, so but I still have the confidence that I know if I put in the work, I will be able to compete on this level. So it feels really good so far.
What is most important for you as you just look to get better in all areas? Like, what's kind of the focus, the mindset, and how you approach getting better?
I think for me, it's just make sure the details are right. I feel like I've upped that in my preparation and everything. That I'm just overall more focused right now, and I'm just eager to play well and get a spot in the lineup.
What have you thought about just your group here in training camp, and how much fun have you guys had the last few weeks?
It's fun, a good mix. Obviously, a lot of guys from last year, and the guys we added they're very great guys. So I'm just enjoying my time as much as possible and being focused on the game here tomorrow.
Lastly, what excites you most just about this group and this team as you get ready to start the season here?
I feel like we just hungry, as I said before, for a hot start here, and I'm looking forward to see it.